and welcome to this, the very final episode in our Longines World's Best Racehorse Ranking Show. My name is Francesca Cumani. It's been, quite frankly, a breathless month of racing, so we've had some scintillating contests right across the globe, all the way from Australia to the United States. Now let's take a look back at the best of the action from the previous month, starting with Champions Day at Ascot.
PIER is digging in, but PIER wins! PIER is still unbeaten. Dubois Honor trying hard, but Steelaway will not be denied, and Steelaway for France wins the Champions Stakes.
If Fourier starts to stretch, they're not going to catch him. If Fourier's going to take out the Tenno show.
And it's very elegant. 10 Group 1s, and now the greatest of them all, the Melbourne Cup.
Its life is good, and this colt is incredible. PIER is closing on the outside. Broom and PIER down to the wire. It is PIER and William Buick to win the turf. They're off in the Breeders' Cup Classic. KNICKS Go, a superstar, wins the Breeders' Cup Classic.
So for one final time this season, let's take a look at the Longines World's Best Racehorse rankings and see how all this recent action has affected the standings. Now, outside of the top 5, there have been some significant moves, including PIER moving up to 120 with his brilliant win in the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf at Del Mar. And what about Very Elegant moving up to 122 with her full-length victory in the Lexus Melbourne Cup, the race that stops a nation. So now let's take a look at the top 5 in the latest standings. In joint 5th position on a rating of 125, we have John and Thady Gosden's PIER, who's picked up victories both in the UK and France this season. TORQUATOR TASSO is also sitting proudly on a rating of 125, following his super tough run in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe. 3 horses occupied joint 2nd spot, with ADAR remaining on a rating of 127. MISHRIFF started the season very early in Saudi and ended it at Ascot as he successfully trotted the globe to finish on a rating of 127. And St Mark's Basilica heads to stud, also finishing on a rating of 127. And finally, we have Longines Breeders' Cup Classic winner KNICKS Go sat in 1st position on a rating of 128. What an incredible year it's been for trainer Brad Cox, especially with his horses on the dirt. We caught up with him in an earlier episode to discuss his dual assault on the Breeders' Cup Classic with both Essential Quality and KNICKS Go. However, in a brilliant renewal of the race, it was the latter, the 5-year-old KNICKS Go, who came out on top. We caught up with the trainer the day after the race to discuss the brilliant win of KNICKS Go and what his plans are for the future.
And it is KNICKS Go! KNICKS Go has a 2.5 length lead. KNICKS Go, a superstar, wins the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Here we are with Brad Cox at the backstretch at Del Mar with his Breeders' Cup Classic winner, KNICKS Go. Brad, talk us through the race. What were you thinking throughout?
Well, early on, there didn't seem to be a ton of pace on. He got away with the opening quarter in 23 and, thought relatively reasonable fractions. And then, he kind of cleared off a little bit going into the first turn. The way he was doing it, the way he kind of established some position and cleared off a bit, I felt fairly comfortable that he had saved enough for a good kick down the lane.
And tell me a bit about the horse's career, because you inherited him relatively late on. He's now 5
Yeah,
years old.
yeah, right. We picked him up, I guess you'd say the end of his 3-year-old season, beginning of his 4-year-old season. We had one run with him, and he showed a lot of talent. Before we made that one start with him, he's really built a resume, and top form right now, and that's what you need to be to win Breeders' Cup races, because pretty much everyone's setting on go and ready to roll.
What does the future look like for KNICKS Go now?
They're going to show him to the breeders in the Kentucky region, and then it's back to the racetrack, possibly look at the Pegasus with him. He won it last year, and it's definitely a possibility that he could compete there again.
And what are your big ambitions as a trainer? Is it big targets domestically?
Kentucky Derby is obviously goal number 1. Not bashful to say that. That's our number 1 goal. But winning races like the Belmont, the Travers, Breeders' Cup Classics, those are accomplishments that mean a tremendous amount. That's where we want to be.
Well, it's been lovely to meet you. Thanks for chatting to us and to see KNICKS Go. Well done.
Thank you very much.
And best of luck for the future. As the season's gone on, one thing that has become clearer is the standings in the Longines World's Best Jockey Award, because despite some brilliant performances over the past month in the saddle, it's really become dominated by one man at the top. Let's take a look now as the season draws to a close at the Longines World's Best Jockey standings. Brett Preble's victory on Incentivize in the Caulfield Cup moves him into the top 5 on 60 points. In third on 96 points following victories in the Darley Sprint Classic and the McKinnon Stakes on the same day at Flemington, we have James McDonald. 3 victories across Ascot's Champions Day and the Breeders' Cup moves William Buick to a points total of 104 in second position. And finally, on a total of 112 points, we have the maestro Ryan Moore atop the table. For the full jockeys table and the Longines World's Best Racehorse rankings and any other information, please head to the website IFHAonline.org. Now, one race that we haven't featured is the Darley Sprint Classic at Flemington, and that's because it was taken out by the world's best sprinter, Nature Strip, who showed his class and his dominance to take the race in a powerful fashion. We caught up with jockey James McDonald to chat about that brilliant win from Nature Strip and also hear from him about his top wins this season and what's been, quite frankly, a brilliant year for him.
And it's all Nature Strip who explodes away. He's going to do it again. Conquers another mountain. His second Darley Classic.
Now we're starting to really see the finished product of VERRY ELLEEGANT and Nature Strip, and now they're 8-time Group 1 winner and a 10-time Group 1 winner, so it's very rewarding. Obviously, with them both being 6 and 7 years old now, they start to iron all those creases out, and now we're seeing them performing at the highest level and executing beautifully.
The darling of the turf has raced clear 3 lengths instead of those, and it's VERRY ELLEEGANT, 10 Group 1s, and now the greatest of them all, the Melbourne Cup.
Oh, it was unbelievable. There was, I haven't experienced a moment like it in my career. Obviously, down here in Australasia, it's the race that obviously stops the nation. Feet haven't really touched the ground. It's been very enjoyable, and to win a Melbourne Cup's obviously a dream come true of mine, and hopefully it's one of many more. A result of hard work's been paying off. Top 10 racehorses of the year, I've been riding 3 of them, so it's just been an amazing ride, especially from the sprinting ranks right through to the stayers. So we've had a really enjoyable past few seasons, and this one's obviously taking the cake at the moment, but there's still a lot of big races to come, and I'm looking forward to them all.
Well, what a season of international racing it has been in 2021, but we're not done yet. Still more racing to come from Japan and Hong Kong. First up, it's the Japan Cup in association with Longines, and then not long after that, it is the Longines International Races in Hong Kong. Let's remind ourselves of the action from these meetings last year.
The 40th Japan Cup in association with Longines, they're away and racing. Armandai commenced beautifully along the inside with Kaseki. Armandai in a blaze of glory. She's starting to shorten stride. She's in front. Good on you, girl. Sayonara in your last race. Armandai wins.
100 metres to go. He's 2 in front of Exultant and Columbus County. Mogul for Ireland wins the Vase. Mogul by 3.5. It's Denon Smash in front for Ryan Moore. He's trying to clean sweep the Group 1s, and he does! Denon Smash for Japan. Normcore outside the 3. Normcore's run to the front for Zach Purden over Windbright and Magical, and Normcore won the cup. He goes full beast mode. He's out by 3. Golden 60. Southern Legend runs on. This equine wrecking ball has demolished another field. Golden 60 beats Southern Legend.
Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey throughout the season, and I hope you've enjoyed keeping up with the very best of international racing. There will not be a rankings reveal in December, but we do encourage you please to tune in January to see who will finally be crowned the 2021 Longines World's Best Racehorse.